welcome to another edition of the Game Inspector season finale. Today we're doing a game that a lot of people say is one of the worst fighting games in retro gaming history. Which actually I think the one I just did is worse. Let's take a look at it.
Shiva has a pretty interesting move. Look, I'm not even hitting her. Look, fart. Oh man, it's so stupid. And look how slow she walks.
Yeah, so that game is pretty bad. That is Slaughter Sport. I'll put the link down in the description or an annotation or something. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing Shaq Fu. And as you know, it's the season finale, so is the transition episode. And it's a tradition that every season finale we're going to transition into the next season. So we're going to do the Sega Genesis version versus the Super Nintendo version. Alright, so I grew up having the Sega Genesis version, so we're going to get to that first. And I think it's a lot better. I mean, there's more characters and stuff. I mean, just look at the character select screen differences. Yeah, it's crazy, right? See, growing up, I didn't really know who Shaquille O'Neal was, and I barely ever played the story mode. I just played the regular tournament mode and picked who I wanted to pick. I actually like a lot of the characters. There's a lot of really cool stuff. But anyway, let's get it. Alright guys, Shaq Fu for Sega Genesis. Let's get it. Alright, so, I played this game growing up. I had it. Like I said, I didn't know who Shaquille O'Neal was. So, I didn't really pay too much attention to Shaq. As you see, we got Shaq, Kaori, Beast, Set, Colonel, which is one of my favorites, Diesel. Wait, Diesel? Big Daddy Cool Diesel? A Roach, whatever, Voodoo is cool, Memphis is cool, Nezu's really annoying to fight, Raja is good, Leo Atsu, whatever. Anyway, so I don't think this is a bad fighting game. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's nowhere near as bad as like Slaughter Sport, and there's a couple other like iffy fighting games for the Sega Genesis. I don't think this is the worst one. Alright, so as you can see, the animations are pretty cool, the characters are pretty cool in my opinion. The one thing I like, if you look at the health bars, the characters have their like faces there, and then they actually react to them getting hurt, them winning and losing. They're like when they're almost dead, that type of thing. It's really cool stuff. I mean, I feel like that's ahead of its time. I don't know of another fighting game that does that. As you see, I'm one right there. The thing I like about Raja is he's got that cool kick. All you gotta do is back, and I think it's the back high kick. Pretty easy move to do. The trick to beating this game is all you gotta do is pretty much kick him to death. Get him in the corner, kick, and yeah, I pretty much beat this game with every character. The level design is cool. The music is a lot better in the Sega Genesis version. As you saw, there's more characters. Me personally, I just don't play the story mode. I always thought it was cheesy, the storyline is stupid, and you can only play as Shaq, so I was always like, eh. I believe I have beaten it at least once through that way, but I've beaten it with just about every character doing the dual mode. It's a decent fighting game. I believe if Shaq wasn't in the game, this game would probably be one of those underrated hidden gems. Yeah, it's not too bad. See, they have the reaction shots like Street Fighter. Anyway, I'm gonna show this guy Colonel. He's got some really cool moves. The only unfortunate thing with this game is a lot of the special moves are really hard to do. Kind of reminds me of games like WWF Attitude or the ECW games. You had to do like some crazy ass, almost fatality type button thing just to do a suplex. But yeah, as you can see, the character I'm playing as too, he's another one of my favorites. You know, some of the characters are really cool, like the ideas behind them and stuff. I don't know how many of them actually made it to the new Shaq Fu, The Legend Reborn. I haven't played that yet. That's more of a beat 'em up game. And this is Voodoo. The one thing that's really cool is she does that Voodoo doll attack based off of whatever character you're playing as. So she has an animation for every single character in the game. That's pretty cool. I mean, I always thought that was awesome. The level design is cool. They all got their own themes. The only thing is Shaq doesn't have his own level. Obviously, it would have made sense for him to be at some kind of basketball court or whatever city he's from. I don't think he's from Orlando. I'm not really sure. But that would have been cool. Yeah, so real quick, one of my other favorite characters, Memphis, I think his name is, the name is kind of weird, but he's got some really cool attacks, and I always thought he was one of my, you know, one of the coolest characters in the game. Now, the guy I'm playing as, the old guy, he's another pain in the ass to fight. Um, yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be like this martial arts master type guy, and he's whoop your ass. As you can see, I won that pretty quick. Yeah, so, and this is the screen when you beat the game. Each character, you know, on dual mode has their own ending, similar to Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. So it's pretty cool. It's interesting. I do believe, like, this guy only has this one screen, but I do believe the other ones that are probably more involved in the story have a little more as to what happens, like the kid and this guy as well. So when you lose, after a while, they'll show you how to do the special moves. That's a cool thing. I think other fighting games. Alright, well, that was Shaq Fu for the Sega Genesis. And in my opinion, I think it's the better of the two. But a lot of people, unfortunately, grew up with the Super Nintendo version. And I don't know, to me, it just doesn't hold up. I mean, they took a lot of people out, at least in the tournament mode. I don't know if they're in the game otherwise, but let's check it out. Alright, Shaq Fu for Super Nintendo. One thing you're gonna notice right here is now you got this really annoying audio thing with the people doing karate or whatever. That's a little weird. It's only in the Super Nintendo version. And right away you notice the music is not as good as the Sega Genesis version. You know, I'm more of a Sega guy, and I always loved the music on a lot of Sega Genesis games, such as, you know, Streets of Rage 2, even, yeah, Street Fighter, Toki. There's so many, a lot of the music just sounds better even than the Mortal Kombat games. So as you can see, less characters, which is weird. Now here's another weird thing. Shaq in the Sega Genesis version has that level with the same level as Beast, which is, I always thought was weird. Now he's at the Voodoo stage. Like, what are they trying to say? Anyway, so that's a little odd. I mean, I it just happened while I was playing, and it was just weird. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. The only thing I can see with the Super Nintendo version is the animations are a little better, a little crisper, but there is less characters. The music isn't as good. The animations with the facial expressions at top is a little weird. You know, it's a little different. They show like they're winning expressions when they're about to die. Like, I don't know. The Fury is kind of cool too. Both versions have it. Kind of reminds me of the aggressor mode from Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So if you kind of think about it, they did it first. Just saying. I don't really know if the Fury thing does anything besides it's like a warning, like, hey, you're about to die. I don't know if it actually gives you any strength. The same thing with the aggressor. I don't know if that actually makes you stronger. I think it does in Mortal Kombat. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. Like I said, less characters. From what I heard, the story mode obviously has less characters too. So that sucks. I think what they should have done was a lot like the mummy guy and the kid should have been unlockable characters, and they definitely should have included a lot of the good characters. Even her, she's pretty cool. This cat chick, my sister's favorite character to play as, because she's like a cat lady chick. She's got some really cool moves too. She's kind of annoying to fight, but she's actually a really cool character. And I gotta say, like, the backgrounds, the levels are cool, the animation is cool, like the characters are pretty cool. Yeah, they're a little generic, but I mean, just think about it for a minute. Like the way I'm playing it, like if Shaq's not even in the game, so just think of that. So I like this game. It's not one of the best fighting games, obviously, but it's not that bad either. So for a lot of people that grew up, especially with the Super Nintendo version, I definitely say you should go pick up the Genesis version. Skip story mode unless you want to challenge yourself. Um, just play it with an open mind and play as the other characters. Give yourself a chance to figure out which ones you like. Some of the special moves aren't that hard to do. And of course, some of them are hard to do. Like I said, the kick he does, it's the same thing as the Sega. It's back high kick. Even the move where you shoot out the swords, that's not too hard. But the special one he does, where he does it from a distance, I don't know how to do that. I'm sure you can look it up online. Of course you can. So I would definitely, anybody that's really hated this game, especially growing up, I would hope that a lot of people hate on this game. I hope it's not a racism thing, because Shaq is black and Black Lives Matter. I mean, they're people too, and there's so many awesome black people out there in the world. I mean, you got The Rock, you got uh, Jay-Z, you got all the famous rappers, actors, etc. I mean, yeah, but just ignore the fact that it's Shaq and just give the game another chance. Alright, well, that was Shaq Fu for Super Nintendo. As you can see, it's just not as good. It's not the greatest fighting game ever, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, Alpha Mega Sin, when I went to too many games in 2014, um, he wanted to burn them all in the parking lot. I don't think the game's personally that bad. Um, they just tried to promote the game with a popular sports athlete at the time, Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, from a business standpoint, it kind of made sense, but then at the same time, I think the game would have done better on its own, and probably, obviously it wouldn't have sold as much, but it definitely would have been one of those underrated hidden gem fighting games. It would be cool if someone made a hack and just took them out of the game, and just made it to where you could play as whoever you want for story mode. Then I think the game would have been a lot better if that's how it was, in my opinion. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And pretty soon we're going to be getting to Season 3, Super Nintendo. And waiting. And we're going to be doing a new Halloween special for episode 35. I'm not really going to get into spoiling it. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And check out my other videos and all that. For those of you coming from my old channel, we got new Game Inspector episodes. We got new Samster's Random Vlogs. And hopefully next year, once the pandemic gets better, start doing some Game Inspector adventures, because that was like my most popular show. Anyway, yeah, so peace.